before I can finish this, I've got something else I need to do. Let me introduce you to Cosmo. Cosmo's a Labrador, and as you can see, he likes to have things in his mouth and he likes to chew them, which leads us to the interior of our current Mini, which, oh yeah, he's had that in his mouth, he's ripped a pocket off there, he's scratched that, let's have a look, I think there's a buckle somewhere he's eaten as well. Let's have a look, I think that's up here, yeah, there it is. We need a bigger car. A fully loaded, massive Mini Countryman. A Cat S, of course, so as you can see, it's been in the front end. Lots of airbags have gone off, seat belts are locked out. We can see the crash bar, the deformation leg is squashed in there. All the shrouding behind the grill's missing. There you go, airbag's gone off, destroyed the windscreen as well. We've got broken headlight tabs. I think the radiators are okay. I'm hoping the radiators are okay. But yeah, curtain airbag's gone off. We've got some scratches down the side, easily buff out I should think. Steering wheel airbag, that airbag. So yeah, we've got to replace the dash, we've got to replace the steering wheel, the windscreen, the curtain airbag, the seat belts, maybe the crash module. I'm already having trouble trying to locate a bonnet on my initial searches, so you wouldn't believe it for a Mini F6D, but I don't know, maybe this is repairable, maybe this can be knocked out by a good panel beater. We'll find out when I take it to paint. It's this bit I'm more worried about, where it's been pushed back there. I think that bit can be done. I'm not so sure about the bit above the headlight, but yeah, we'll see. The crash bar, deformation bar, easy to get. Grill's damaged, that's some of the shrouding from around the radiator. Should look like this. I've already picked up a full airbag kit, seat belts, crash module for this dashboard. However, I could only get a dash with this hole in for a hood unit. Now, if we have a look at the actual dash in the car, it's not got a hole for a hood unit. I do have a plan. But first off, I got a screen fitted for £100 off eBay, so that's done. See that wire there in the hook, so you can push that out on this side as well. Yeah, as I can see them catches from this side, there's no need to go in through the holes in the back. I'll just flick them out here and out with the bag. Carefully disconnect the connectors and start unclipping some trim so we can get to some of these bolts or screws that actually hold the dashboard in. And there they are. Up behind the side panel. And some more screws on the other side. Unclip the glove box to get to the airbag underneath a bit easier. There's a panel down here needs to be unscrewed as well, which has got a speaker in it. Don't know what the speaker does, but there's a speaker in it. Some more screws just there that hold the dash in as well. Okay, so let's get the head unit out and, well, the screen first of all, then the head unit that's behind it. Okay, so we need to pop this grill out, it'll just lever out okay. And there's a tab down the inside there which we need to press in to release the rest of the screen, just there. There we go. And the screen's out. Just a few electrical connectors to remove from the screen and we can put this to one side. And there's the head unit with lots more connectors in there which I've got to get out very carefully. Some of these were quite difficult and took a bit of time, but yeah, they all came out. Now we can get this trim off with the air blower controls in, and behind them is some more screws, so there we go. There they are. Now that's securing the dash a bit more. The switch panel out, so there's one screw holding this in and it will just pull out. There's the screw. This bit of trim just clips out and then you unplug the power socket and the USB socket. Now we've got a couple of screws that hold the centre console to the dash, so they'll obviously have to come out. I'll pop the trim off the A-pillar. As for one, there's a bolt down there by the dash to help get the dash out, and there's a curtain airbag has gone off. There's the bolt, so let's see if I can get to that with that tiny little ratchet. And the same again for the trim on the A-pillar on the opposite side. Again, pop the clip out and pull the trim off, pop the clip back in. Oh, and there's a couple of more dash screws down here that I missed when I undid the centre console screws. Right, now to pop the steering wheel off, I'm going to mark the centre bolt so I line it back up in the same place. And as always, put the bolt back where I found it so I don't lose it and I know where it is. And pop the cowling off along with that key sensor chip thing, and then let's get the speedoways. Move the centre console now back a bit so we can get the dash out. So let's start by getting the back off there, just clips off. There's a couple of screws, the bottom there, some screws at the side. Get the bolts out. Side panels have got to come off as well, so let's start getting these off so we can get to the bolts at the side of the centre console. Right, now we'll need to get the seat out to get those side panels off fully. Right, I've put the other seat out, pulled the panel off. Let's undo this side. The clock spring and the stalks out the way so the dash can pull out past them. Okay, let's see if I can get this dash pulled out. Hey, that wasn't too difficult, and there it is. I'll unplug the old passenger airbag. I'm not changing that crash module, I think it's okay. Okay, so looking at the dash, we've got these slots here. These locate it. Okay, so time to see if I can slot this in place. And I think that's it. Oh no, I pop a magnet on here so I don't lose the screw, and I pop it down the side there to screw the dash back in. Okay, now lots more screws to secure the dash back. Connect up and clip the light switch back in. Secure the centre console back to the dash. And bolt the rest of the console down. Secure the clock string back on and pop the cowling back together. Not forgetting the speedo cluster. Strangely enough, some of the newer ones don't have this one. They've just got the centre display. Strange. It took me a while to get the hood unit back in and all them clipped back on, but in it went. More screws on this side of the dash to do up, and I can start putting the trim in below the head unit. Here we go. We've got USB and the power socket. Plug that in, clip it back in. I need a bit off the old dash so I can screw the toggle switches in for the engine start. Now we can put the dash trim and the blower controls back on. These will just clip in once I've plugged them controls in. Now there's the passenger airbag switch and the side panel. Once again, just clips in. Just a few more trim pieces to clip in and a couple of screws. And now we can get on with putting the centre display back together. A couple of plugs, a couple of screws, and the ring just twists back on place. Okay, let's put the steering wheel back, remembering where I marked it with that Sharpie. So we can get the torque right. There we go. I lined up the wheels before I took it off, so everything should be central. Just clip the airbag back in, and that will just clip on. Would you look at that? Last screw, none left over. Another side panel to clip in. Okay, before we put the seats back, let's tackle the locked out seat belt. Old one out, in with the new belt. And that'll need a clean, it's looking a bit mouldy there. Okay, so I've got to drill these rivets out to remove the remnants of the blown airbag. A couple of clips to pop out as well as those rivets to drill. Okay, I'll replace the rivets with genuine BMW rivets and just a normal rivet gun. And yeah, there's the one there and the couple at the top there, they are. Genuine BMW rivets, weren't expensive. Okay, let's clip all this roof lining back up. Let's put the trim panels back from replacing the seat belt. Pop the A-pillar trim back on. And the B-pillar trim. And it's looking pretty filthy in here. It's absolutely horrendous. There's all sorts of this hair bubbles, a lot. So let's vacuum it up. Mustn't forget the A-pillar trim from the opposite side. Now, about that trimming the dash that I talked about, this is what I'm doing. I'm 3D printing a plate to go under the trim that will then clip into the top, and just, you know, there won't be a hole there anymore. There we go. Looks pretty good. And the bad news is we've still got airbag lights. I think I know what it is, to be honest. I think it's something to do with that seat belt. The plug was a bit difficult to get out. I'm going to replace it. So I've got hold of a replacement plug, airbag plug. I've chopped the wires off, soldering them pins on with them like sleeves which got the solder built in. Pop it back in the plug, put the plug together. Let's hope that this works. Okay, moments of truth. Is it going to go out? The lights are out. Okay, let's plug the seatbelt in and clear that one, make sure it doesn't come back. We'll start the car. Okay, I think that solved that problem. So, the interior is done, the airbags are fixed. There's just this damage to the front of the car we need to deal with now. But I'm going to leave that to the next video. Okay, so we'll get to the damage at the front of the car in the next video. So give me a subscribe, give me a like, and we'll make this car a really nice place for transporting Cosmo.